Hello and welcome to another episode of A Day in the District. I'm your host, Chelsea Whittington. A Day in the District is a program designed to help you, the viewer, stay connected to your Gary Community School Corporation. Anyone who has been watching the show these past 4 seasons knows I love to highlight the team members here at the Gary Community School Corporation. And since we are in the throes of enrollment season, who better to join the stage today than 2 of the engines that power the train of enrollment? To my left, I have my friend and colleague, Tennille Foster Milsap from the FACE Liaisons team, and then my buddy, my PR colleague, Information Specialist, Crystal O'Brien. Welcome, ladies.
Welcome, and thank you for having
Thanks
me.
so much for having us.
Thank you. I know you all kind of gave me a little side eye when I invited you on the show. You know, it's like us, no, we're out here, we're behind the scenes, and I get that. But the story of enrollment is forever unfolding, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to help our parents and stakeholders and our youth understand how it works when we're enrolling in school, especially our early parents, the ones that are just embarking on that journey and they have choices to make. So, Ms. Foster Milsap, I'm going to start with you by just telling who you are, as if everybody doesn't know, but who you are, and talk about your history leading up to coming to the district, like your high school and all that good stuff.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for having me. My name is Ms. Foster Milsap, and I have been in the district. It is my pleasure to serve the district for 26 years. Wow. I am a graduate of the Roosevelt.
The Roosevelt.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The Roosevelt, still Roosevelt to me, even though it's a little gone now, but
It's
I can
forever
still,
in your
I'm here
heart.
repping
Yes.
Roosevelt. I am a graduate of this district, so I highly appreciate the education that I received in this district. So it prompts me to want to give back and to serve parents that are coming into the district. I remember when I first started as a new parent, I was lost, didn't know what I needed to do. And we had a FACE liaison. They were called parent assistants then.
Okay.
And all the way back when Cooney was open. That's how long
Ooh-wee.
I've been in this system, when Cooney was open, and Ms. McGovern was the parent assistant. And as a new parent coming into the district, you're a little lost and you're a little scared because you're bringing your baby into something that's new to you and new to them.
Yes.
So you're wondering, what do I do as a parent? How do I embark on this journey? How do I make sure my baby gets what she or he needs? And so she took her time with me to wrap her arms and embrace me and just to let me know that this is an amazing journey that I needed to be a part of. So the first thing I wanted to do was volunteer.
Okay.
How do I become a parent volunteer? So I filled out the application. Then once I started volunteering, it was contagious to me because I was excited because
Yes.
you when you're a volunteer, you learn so much and you're like a sponge and you're soaking up new things and you're a new parent. So you were excited about this thing called education for you, especially for your little one coming up.
Absolutely. And
So
I know they're
was-
excited
yeah.
to see you on deck, on site. Gives them a level of comfort, right, Crystal? About, okay, so mommy's here. Number one, I need to behave.
Yes,
But number
yes,
two,
yes.
I know this is a safe space. And since you're mentioning volunteering, I'm going to switch over to Crystal in a second. I do want to take this time to emphasize that there are volunteer opportunities available
there
right
is.
here in the Gary
Yes.
Community School Corporation. Obviously, there are guidelines regarding background checks and areas in which parents and community members can volunteer, but I wanted to interject that. Crystal O'Brien. And I say, oh, because, oh my goodness, you do so many things behind the scenes that help people to get the message of what we are working to do so hard every day on behalf of children. Who is Crystal O'Brien?
I am the Swiss Army knife, I guess,
I
for
like
the
it.
district. I am over the website, redesigned and released this past spring, which
Bravo.
was
A beast.
a beast, but my beautiful little baby
Yes,
beast,
yes.
and where it's come from.
Yes.
And what I really enjoyed about that process is being able to incorporate our employees, what their needs were, our families. literally had a team of just parents and community members.
Probably thanks to this one.
Yes, to be able to give us feedback, because we would always hear these things about what they needed. I can't find it. And we wanted to make it user-friendly for them all. And so that was a big communications piece for our families to be able to get the resources that they need. As well as, social media. We push messaging and information there. Work with Tennille very closely to push our messaging in Skyward for families to be able to, district-wide, can get messaging. And then she does, you think I'm the Swiss Army knife?
We'll already talk about it.
She's the whole kit and caboodle in the kitchen because she also does the robocalls. And with this enrollment season, it's been really big to have all those messaging pieces together.
Yes, I love that.
And I just realized how much we connect with each other to be able to provide these things for our family. And hearing Tennille's story about Gary Schools, I am a graduate as well.
Yes.
From the wonderful Emerson for the Visual and Performing
We're
Arts.
all adding the
original.
The original,
right?
yes.
The one that, it doesn't look as nice, but it really was a life-changing experience for me. I didn't realize that till I was in the real world. And I noticed how different Gary people are.
Yes, in the greatest way.
Oh my goodness, they're one of a kind. And it wasn't until I was with the Urban League on the national level and, my MBA program, you get to interact with so many different people. You don't know the value of the people right here at home.
Yes, indeed.
And I say that Gary has the realest, the strongest, and really some of the brightest individuals that I've ever come across.
And we're not just saying
and
that
I'm
because
not just
we're
saying
PR.
That. I'm not at all. I mean, I would have real conversations, and I'm like, some people are very surface, and Gary goes deep.
We do.
On so many levels. So I really appreciated that experience going through school. 2 kids, one currently with Gary Schools at McCullough Academy, and she runs that building currently.
She runs it. I can see that.
And
shout out to Cam.
Right. And she previously was at Bethune. Both of my girls were at Bethune. And that was that leap pad for their greatness. My daughter, my oldest, is now getting ready to start her senior year at Clark Atlanta.
Congratulations. Now can you see why I invited these 2 amazing women to talk about enrolling your scholar in the Gary Community School Corporation? You have them going through the schools, you have them having their children, and Ms. Milsap is also a grandmother. So, with a child getting ready to start in the district, grandchild. When we come back, we're going to talk about all the ways that you can enroll your child in the district and when school starts and what we have to look forward to. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life.
It's gross. I don't really want to talk about it. She didn't want to at first, but I mean, it's no big deal. Everybody does it.
I was ready, totally ready, because we had been practicing this dance for weeks.
He was supposed to take this girl to this dance, but
I sprained my ankle at track practice.
I hate sharing anything personal. It's so disgusting.
For the dance, I let her wear my shoes and she hated it, but I thought she looked great in them.
he could barely even walk.
I ended up taking some pills for my pain.
Yeah, they were my mom's, but
It didn't go well.
If it's not yours,
If it's not yours,
if it's not yours,
Hey you,
don't take it.
don't take it.
don't take it.
don't take it. You won't believe what happened next.
Welcome back to segment 2 of A Day in the District, and I'm still your host, Chelsea Whittington, and we are chatting all things enrollment with my Gary Community School Corporation colleagues, Tennille, Foster, Milsap, and Crystal O'Brien. We mentioned a term that new parents need to get familiar with, Ms. Milsap and Crystal, and it's called Skyward. And you know, we are in the age of technology, and it used to be, I'm going to date myself, my teachers would pin a note on the back of my sweater or my jacket, and then when I get home, I turn around and say, Mom, I have a note, and it's like, there's a PTA meeting, you might get a phone call, or you'll get a robocall. By the time I got to high school, they had this attendance situation, but they never called my house because I love being here at Westside. But those are the kinds of things that happen to communicate with parents that we thought was, real time, a note on the back. Now there's social media, obviously, and then the website, but we want to talk specifically about Skyward. Crystal, what is Skyward?
Skyward is that information system that we are using district-wide. You can do everything from checking your attendance to your students' grades to communicating with your teachers. It's really a useful platform if we use it right.
If we use it.
And so the great thing about Tennille's team is that's part of how we register our students as well. Returning students go straight into the system and log in and register. New students, they're helping create those usernames and passwords and getting them started so that they can go ahead and register their students. But it's really important to understand what you have right at your fingertips in real time, because there's no reason for us to have to wonder what we're doing in the classroom, right? Because you can check day by day what that student is doing. And so that's one way for the parents who are working long hours and not able to always come up to the school. You can just log into Skyward, and there's even the app.
Now, I don't know how happy the children are about Skyward, but oh well.
Of course not.
Moms and dads, you should be checking, and when you enroll your scholar in the school district, you will get your Skyward password. So now there's one concern, Ms. Foster Milsap. So say I'm a grandmom, I'm in my 60-ish, I have custody of the kids, or I'm the main person, I'm the guardian. I don't do computers and smartphones. Then what happens to Skyward, or how do you talk to me to make sure I'm just as connected as the savvy Crystal parent?
So the first thing I would say to you, don't worry.
Okay.
It's going to be okay.
Okay.
And then the second thing I would say, I would connect you with your face liaison.
Okay.
And that's the best thing about my team, is that they are placed at each building. And when you are, because we have that now. Just today, we were at Beveridge today. We're there today right now from 8 to 2. So we were at Beveridge, and we had a grandparent come in, and she said, oh, I don't do this computer stuff.
I must have been eavesdropping.
She said, oh, I don't do this. So I said, well, Grandma, I said, but it's okay. I said, we're here for you. We're here. We'll walk you through. So what we did was we got her talking about having a conversation, and then we showed her how, we pushed the buttons and showed her how easy and how quick it is just for you to go on there, about a good 5-10 minutes to go on just to update the information. And she went on and she said, well, I need my glasses for this. And I said, well, put them on, girl, because we can do it on the computer. I said, because I want you to be comfortable, because we won't be there when you decide you want to go in again and check it. And I want you to be comfortable. It's such a comfortable and easy process to get on and update your information. Like Crystal was saying, the attendance, and the best part about it is the communication with the teachers. So you're in the know at all times.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm grown.
Yes.
Dear Mrs. Stalling, Chelsea is talking today.
Yes. Chelsea didn't turn in that homework.
She's still talking to
Yes, we want it. We would love for Ms. Stallings to be in a know. And it's our way to communicate with you, the parent, as well. Because I'm always putting messages, and update messages, the school calendar, the bell schedule, different ways for parents and the principal to communicate what's going on. Who don't want to be in the know?
And here's the beautiful part of it, though, for those who may have missed that Ms. Foster Milsap said, there's a face liaison in every building, which means that when parents and guardians come to the building, there's a specific individual identified and responsible
Yes,
for
for them.
assisting parents with those kinds of questions. So even if grandma from Beveridge today comes back on the first day of school,
She's
then
gonna
she
have
comes
a
back
face.
the
She
second week of school.
She knows what
her
face to
is.
look
The
for.
face. I love that, Krista.
Yes.
Boom, boom. But face does stand for family and community engagement.
Yes.
Crystal, if individuals have Skyward, and is there a connection also with the website? How do they work interactively? Or
Well,
is it-
they're two separate
Okay.
systems, but they can get to Skyward from it. And
Okay.
one aspect that we recently added is for families returning. As soon as you click that registration page, it gives you two options. Am I new or am I returning?
Okay.
And if you're returning, the only question it asks is, do you know your username and password?
Oh boy.
And it's okay if you don't, because
Okay.
then it's just a simple form with your information, and then this lovely lady gets to reach out and contact them.
Yes.
So that there were a number of parents coming to the registration events that were just needing a password reset.
Yes, okay.
You know, save yourself a little gas and a little time,
And say,
we
"I'm already
can call
in."
you and walk you through it. And if you have additional questions, our FACE team is really, really helpful with that. And like she said, it's great to have someone to help you through the process. Don't be
Yes.
intimidated by technology, right?
Yes.
I just feel
Because
like
it's not going anywhere.
No, you just need the opportunity to use it,
Yes.
right? And this is a great tool to kind of get your feet wet, and then we'll get you on Facebook.
Yeah, oh, that's next. We'll be talking about that next. But before we break for this segment, Ms. Foster Milsap, talk about some of the events we've had so far, all in the name of enrollment. What have we been doing?
Oh, well, we started off June at the grocery stores.
Ooh-wee.
We were at Save More, we were at Miller K, and we had the opportunity to be at Fresh County Market. So we told parents, meet us there. We understand that you're going grocery shopping, but why not stop and go ahead and get it over with and get it done? We're trying to avoid the long lines coming up. School starts August 14th.
Yes.
So why come spend 2-3 hours in a line when you can just stop in and see us at any registration site that we have going on? And now we're in every building. We are pumping up. We are excited.
I can
about
tell.
this is just
Yeah.
like so contagious.
Yes.
Registration to me is exciting because it gives me an opportunity to meet new parents coming into the district, and it gives me an opportunity to welcome the parents that have been with us for a while, to welcome them back, to say thank you for trusting us with this educational process with your child.
I love it. Can you believe segment 2 is almost a
Yes.
wrap? When we come back, we're going to talk more about enrollment, specifically about what enrollment activities are coming up for general enrollment and some VIP opportunities. But while you're watching, during the break, go ahead and head over to GarySchools.org, check out Crystal's work on the website, and start learning more about how you can enroll your scholar in the Gary Schools. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
When you join the Army, the first thing they teach you is how to get in line. Not exactly the same in high school. When I enrolled in Westside Leadership Academy and joined ROTC, the first thing I learned was respect. Not just for God and country, but for myself.
Gary Schools, strong, resilient, built for education.
I said I'd never join.
Thought living on a sub would be too hard.
I figured only the weatherman tracks storms.
I said my job wouldn't matter.
Never knew how strong I was. I never thought this would be my commute.
I figured I'd never get out of my hometown.
Or be the one who stops an attack.
Joining the Navy sounds crazy. Saying never actually is.
And we are back. Welcome back to the set of A Day in the District, a program designed to help you, the viewer, stay connected to your Gary Community School Corporation. Do you feel connected? I do. I'm excited for August 14th, the first day of school, when we will welcome scholars back to our amazing buildings. And these two women are helping get the word out about your enrollment process. Crystal, earlier you alluded to Facebook, and anybody who knows me knows that I love social media. It's real time. It's not the note on the back, right? Mm-hmm. And it is our opportunity to speak, whether it's live or whether they go back, to learn information about the district. And so you and I work together on staying on social media so that parents know what's going on, in addition to the other mechanisms that we previously discussed. Crystal, how important? What are we doing? How important is Facebook, and what other platforms are we on?
I mean, it's amazing on how awesome our families are with engagement, sharing information, giving us information. I mean, sometimes they even use the messenger to communicate with the schools with different questions from transportation, even though we would like them to, use the different methods, yes. But that method is there for them to be able to reach us, and it's a two-way conversation that we can have, especially when we do like the live videos for school board meetings and different events where parents who can't necessarily make it, they get to see their babies receive their awards or be in that performance.
Yes.
So,
and I like to add kudos to you for leading our team of communications liaisons. We also have representatives in each building, and every school has its own Facebook page in addition to the Gary Community School Corporation page. It's a lot. However, some parents say, I just want to know about Bethune, or I just want to know about Westside. Or now what's going on with the district, they have the choices, and we share the information back and forth. So if they missed it maybe on the McCullough page, they'd be like, oh, it was shared over to the Gary Schools page. And I love the spirit of competition. Talk about that with the different schools. They're like, no, we have more content. No, me.
Yes. Yeah. And so we got to start with the communication liaisons in the spring, and they took off running. And what I was so amazed about was the middle schools were really taking advantage of this opportunity. And so we made it a little competitive as far as, just to let you all know, this individual school had 20 posts and, 2 lives and this many pictures. And so everybody's like, oh, well, let me step up my game too.
Yes.
But they did an awesome job. These were individuals already in the schools, whether they were a teacher, maybe they were working, in a staff capacity, but it allowed us to have that real-time news of things happening in the building, because things get so busy that sometimes they'd forget. And we're kind of like a 1-2 man team that we can't be at every school because some events would overlap. So it was a great tool for families to be able to stay engaged. And then we have a number of ways for people to get information. Now we have these new boards right outside the school that are animated and, have dates.
And I wonder who runs those.
I don't know. There's this amazing person somewhere behind the scenes. So we have messaging that way. We have, like we said, Skyward. We have Facebook. We do a monthly newsletter through the district that highlights the different things, from teacher shout-outs to opportunities for our students in the summer or scholarships. There's so much information. And
links to A Day in the District.
Day in the district. They can even go to the website to get into that newsletter. It's not closed to just parents. It's open to the community because sometimes they just want to know what's happening. So,
and I feel somebody watching. I know you're watching, Jeffrey Smith. Yes, we have our own radio station, WGVE, which streams live all over the world. And so I just am excited about the ways that you can get the information to get your child enrolled. So, Mrs. Foster Milsap, what do we have coming up for enrollment opportunities?
Oh, well, we have, right now, we're getting ready to roll with July 22nd through the 25th. We're going to be right here at the Westside Leadership Academy.
I'm glad you said the.
Yes, ma'am, where greatness begins. So we're going to be here from the 22nd to the 25th from 8 to 2. Parents are more than welcome to come up. And again, we're doing early registration. We're getting it out the way. And we're encouraging those high school and middle school parents to come. Because one thing we want to be on top of is each student coming in, getting their schedules and
Yes.
getting ready. We don't want to see any students sitting in the gym because I didn't have an opportunity to register or in the auditorium. We want you to come in, get ready, get your schedule, find your classrooms and go in the classrooms. So we're going to be right here from July 22nd to the 25th
Nice.
at the Westside Leadership Academy from 8 to 2. And parents just come right through door J, and our team and our wonderful staff here will be ready to meet you and register your student.
I have to give you both another compliment, or one in particular for you, Mrs. Foster Milsap. The most recent 4th of July parade for the city of Gary.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
When I tell you the Gary Community School Corporation showed up in a mighty way, believe me, from so many vehicles and the children. And I want to say I saw you out there enrolling like during the parade. I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't pull out the laptop and say, while we're stopped, come on over, let's enroll your child. But that's always a good look. And so, Crystal, I know there's someone who also bears your name, who happens to be the first lady in our city, who's doing something that we're getting involved in. Can you talk quickly about that?
Oh, it's an awesome, huge bash, back to school event that the city is having. And we are a big partner with them. We're providing our band that will be performing. Our SROs will be there to help keep our environment safe. And then, of course, we're going to be there
Enrolling like crazy.
Yes.
But with that, our exclusive before that.
And what's the date on the back to school bash?
I'm sorry, the back to school bash is on August 10th at the Railcat Stadium.
Oh, nice.
From 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Nice, First
and
Lady.
it's open to all students
Yes.
in the area.
But look for the Gary Schools table.
Yes, exactly.
Now,
You're
what's the
definitely-
exclusive prior to August 10th?
So our exclusive is that our parents that are coming to attend the Back to School Fest from 8 to 1 will, when they're going to, they have to come find the Gary Schools tables, and they will receive a uniform voucher on the spot for $150 per student, in conjunction with our wonderful Miss Kim Robertson from the Trustees Department, who is going to be a big blessing to our families and our students.
Oh, what a way for us to wrap this show up. Let me see if I got all of this. Saturday, August 10th. 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Head on over to see Rusty the Railcat at the Railcat Stadium, but more important, come to see the Gary Community School Corporation Band. Are there haircuts real quick?
Yes.
There will be haircuts as well. I just want to thank you both for joining us today to give so much information. Please, everybody, get your child enrolled now. Don't wait till the first day of school. We are here to help. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time here on A Day in the District.
WSTG.